Kibbeh is a very famous dish in the Levant. There are some vegetarian versions of it, and mainly it's meat. But I've been asked so many times by people and friends actually who are vegan. I mean, they would love to have a vegan version of it. We're going to start with 2 cups of fine burgle. Remember, it's got to be fine, not the big grain. And to this, I'm going to add 4 cups of water. Some turmeric. I've got around a teaspoon or so. And then I've got some cumin, ground cumin. Fire. We're going to cook the burgle. And of course, the salt. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of Himalayan salt. I'm going to leave that on medium heat. And it's going to take around 10 minutes. I need the burgle to cook and to absorb all the liquid inside. For the vegan filling, I'm going to use onions and walnuts. So the walnuts, I want them just chopped, kind of medium to small. I'm just going to put them in the processor. That's ready. This is what I want. Fire, olive oil or vegetable oil, just a little bit to fry the onions. And I've got around 2 cups of chopped onions, which I'm going to fry. To this, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of 7 spice powder. This is something we use in the Levant a lot. If you don't have access to it, you can use garam masala. And I've got half a teaspoon of cinnamon powder. I just want the onions to soften. So it could take anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes. The onions have reached where I want them to be. I've turned the fire off. I'm just going to add the walnuts and I'm going to add some salt. And that's our filling done. I'm going to put it aside to cool down because I want to add to it some pomegranate seed, which just work perfect with the walnuts. And it adds that little pop in your mouth when you're biting into it. Yeah, it's just perfect. You don't have it, don't worry about it. It's still young. 10 minutes have passed. Now see, the burgle is nice and fluffy. It's not too dry. It's gonna keep on cooking with the lid covered in its own steam. So we'll just put that aside until it's cool enough to handle. I've had one I prepared previously and it has cooled down. To this, I'm gonna add 1/4 cup of potato starch. If you don't have potato starch, cornstarch will suffice. I'm just gonna give it a nice mix with my hands, and then I'm gonna put it in the processor. And in the bowl. Keep repeating the process until the whole quantity is finished. This is ready. Now what we need to do, we need to kind of squeeze it with our hands to make sure it makes a nice ball and sticks together. If it's not sticking well, has a few cracks actually, just with your hand add a little bit more water and knead it, and that will bring it together. The filling has cooled down. I'm just going to add the pomegranate seeds. Now the tricky part of making the kibbeh. You're going to take like almost a golf size ball. It's always easier if you just wet the palms of your hand. And what you're going to do is with the index finger, we're going to try and make a hole in there. See, I'm pressing and turning at the same time. I'm going to add a little bit more water. This is what we want. I'm going to take a spoonful of the filling and I'm going to seal it. Now I'm not going to show you how to do the Arab way, and I don't expect you to because it really takes a lot of practice to do. But all you want to do is you just want to seal the top of it. See, I've sealed it. And then we're going to press it and make it into a disc. Now if you see any cracks, just wet. And that's it. That's my first one done. You keep repeating until it's all finished. Remember, a very important thing is to keep a wet cloth or a towel handy, and every time you make the kibbeh you have to cover it, otherwise it will dry out and it will start to crack. This quantity makes around 28 patties. we're gonna fry them. I think the oil is hot enough. I'm just gonna drop. Yep, perfect. So I'm gonna put like maybe 5 at a time because I don't want the heat to go down. Actually, we could take 6. You put too much, the oil is gonna go down, then it just absorb oil inside instead of just frying it from the outside. Excess oil has come out and it's ready to serve. Just gonna put it on a plate. We like having this with a lentil soup, or you can just have it as it is. And here you go, your vegan kibbeh. Try it, you will love it. And another thing I want to tell you is that you could freeze it. If you have the time, make a big quantity, freeze them individually on a tray, and then just put them in a bag once they're frozen. Enjoy my vegan